A peaceful demonstration to say enough is enough. We're working with Pastor Coates from Mount Enon Baptist Church from Clinton, Maryland. They're on their way now, and we expect, as I said, to have just a chat with Miss Lee to let her know that we're serious. We're not going away. We're tired of the filthy language. We're tired of the filthy film. We love her, but we need her to stop showing things like the things that she has on. Her children think that they're looking at a comedy show or a cartoon. The one especially we point to is Read a Book, which is appealing to young children. But then when their parents see it and they listen to the filthy, vile, derogatory language, we say enough is enough. I don't know if anyone has heard this on BET, because I'm not sure who listens to BET, but there's a dirty, filthy, derogatory, defamatory song, video that comes on every day, even in the middle of the day, in the early morning when our young children are up and listening to this. We want our children to read a book, but we don't want them to be told in a degrading way how and when they must read a book.
Do you feel like you're preaching to the converted?
Oh, I don't think so. I think there are many people who know that we are out here and we're going to be here or someplace making our case. I represent, I should say, the National Congress of Black Women. This campaign was started almost 15 years ago by my predecessor, Dr. C. Dolores Tucker, who at that time led many of us. We went to jail. We went to visit with the executives of these companies. We took the words that are actually in some of these vile, derogatory songs to the boardrooms to let the shareholders hear what some of these songs actually say. Now, do we blame our young people? No, not totally, although they know better, because when they say these things, it is as though they're saying them about their children, their sisters, their daughters, their grandmothers, and their mothers. So they should know better. But the people we're really speaking to are the executives of these companies that give these young people no option but to do this dirty, filthy, derogatory language and the videos. And we're saying enough is enough. We're going to stop it, and we'll be out here. We started it 15 years ago. It was a very lonely time then, when we were going to jail, when we were picketing record companies and others. We have asked Congress to put together a hearing to call in the executives. They're doing just that. On Tuesday, September 25th, Congressman Bobby Rush of Illinois will be holding a hearing where he will hold these executives accountable. We thought that it was going to get better when we started 15 years ago, but it's actually getting worse. And we're saying enough is enough now.
How is this going to be effective, this rally? How effective is it going to be today? How successful do you think it's going to be?
The rally is just one of the many things that we do. We know that as people learn and begin to listen to what's in this music, they too will be out, they will be joining us, and they too will be saying enough is enough. Our job is simply to let people know what it is their children are listening to. All parents don't sit down and watch television with their children. They don't watch these vile, derogatory videos with them. It so happened that Pastor Coates was sitting with his child listening to this kind of stuff, and of course was in shock when he heard it. So he joined in this effort and said he as a parent had to do something. We know that more parents will have that same attitude when they hear exactly what's in these words. Sometimes it's difficult to hear and to understand what these young people are saying, but when you see the writing, when you see the words, you know that this is not something that you want your children to see or to hear.
What's the message to Deborah Lee today?
The message to Miss Lee is that she is our sister, we love her, but we expect more of her. Now, she has said to us, as we have met with her previously, that there would be changes in their lineup. Well, what did we get? We got Hot Ghetto Mess, which was later changed because of the pressure we brought to We Got to Do Better. But the film is not any better than it was when it started. What else did we get? Socially offensive behavior. And then we got this absolutely gross Read a Book. And you have to hear it to know why we're objecting to it. It's not that we object to children reading books. Most of us have many degrees, and we are concerned about children learning, but we don't want them to be told to read a book in the way that this film on BET is telling them to read.
What percentage of BET do you think is bad?
All right, I'm Raheem. I'm the host of Low Budget TV. This is just a commercial spot. You know, everybody does it. CNN, you know, you don't say nothing when they do it, so I'm going to do it too. All right. Anyway, this is, I'm Raheem. I host the show, Low Budget TV. Also, check out streetroachpics.com when you can. That's streetroachpics.com. And we try to call this our urban experience from the street. All right. And don't forget about me at Low Budget TV. back to your program.
And what percentage do you think is good?
Oh, I think BET started out to be a very good company. It was to show black Americans in their best light. It was not to be misogyny. It was not to be this vile language that we are hearing. It was to be an educational place, a place for us to go so that we could get our message out. And it used to be that. They had Tavis Smiley. They had many other people on. They had programs for young teens on that were very positive. All of that has been taken off. And we would like to maybe appeal to Mr. Bob Johnson to try to buy the station back and to make some improvement. It wasn't perfect when he had it, but it certainly was better than it is today. And we are saying enough is enough now. So if Mr. Robert Johnson is listening, we hope that he will consider buying it back and making it something that's going to give the true image of black people in our community. When people around the world see that stuff that's shown on BET, they think that's all black Americans. That's not us. That's not our culture. We are Fannie Lou Hamer. We're C. Dolores Tucker. We're Shirley Chisholm. We are women like this. We're not the women you see on BET.
Do you expect that, the rumor has it Deborah Lee may not even be home. Do you feel like
That's
a fallen
quite
tree in the forest? Do you think your voice will still be heard?
Oh no, Miss Lee knows we're here, and as I said, we love her, and we are saying her company has to do better. I know she changed that program to We Got to Do Better, but we're saying the same thing. Sister Lee, we love you. We want you to love our children as much as you love your children. Once when we talked with her, she said her children don't listen to this vile stuff on BET. Well, we wanted to know that she has a responsibility not to put it out there for our children to hear. So we're appealing to her. We have no hate in our hearts. Most of us are Christians. There will be many who will be joining us later on from churches and from all across the city and the metropolitan area. We're here out of love for our people, love for our children, to saying these are not the images that we ought to be putting out there about our people.
So
they're very positive images that we can show them. We have programs where we try to teach our children the right thing to do. We try to teach them about getting a higher education and the positive way to read books. But this is counter to what we're trying to do in training and teaching our children.
Well, you said you met with her, and then she said she doesn't even allow her own children to watch it. So you're saying it's just a paycheck to her?
Well, I'm assuming when someone says I'm showing all of this filth, I don't allow my children to look at it, but I want your children to look at it, then it is just a paycheck. Now, her response always is that we're appealing not to you all, but to 18 to 34-year-olds. Well, look around you. There are many young people who are 18 to 34. There will be many more coming this afternoon. So these are the young people who are saying, we don't want it either. So we're not out here alone. It's good to have so many people who are supporting us. Neighbors, friends, everyone who didn't say very much 15 years ago are saying now enough is enough. And this is not the only day that we'll be out. We're going to be doing this until we get rid of this derogatory, misogynistic, filthy language and video and the kind of rap that we hear on our televisions every day during prime time. We want it off the public airwaves. We are for freedom of speech. Most of us are progressive lawyers, so we have no problem with people doing whatever they want to do, saying whatever they want to say, but not on the public airwaves.
Thank you.